this is the phone that I've been using for the last year-ish. It's a Samsung Galaxy S20, and about 3 months ago, I gave it a bit of an owie, which has slowly been spreading like that toothache that you've been ignoring. And today, I'm gonna try and fix it myself. Which may not go very well, because I do have a bit of a tendency to break things. Now, from the little bit of admittedly not very thorough research that I've done, there seems to be 2 ways to go about repairing your own Samsung Galaxy S20 display. Now, the first way to go about it is by far the cheapest, and it involves just replacing the front glass element. Now, this obviously won't work if your OLED display itself is actually damaged, which mine isn't. Although, after having looked at the actual process of separating the glass front and the OLED from each other, there is no way in hell that I'm going to be able to do that without incurring at least 3 casualties. So I had to swiftly move on to the second way. Now, the second way to go about it is buying the entire display. So that is the OLED with the bit of glass attached, and then taking your phone apart, switching them out, and then putting it back together. That would be great, but there are also a couple of problems with that one. The first one is that it's really difficult to find just the display for the base S20, which is the one that I have. Which is ridiculous. It's like a year-old phone and it's already impossible to find spare parts for it. But anyway, the only replacement parts that I could find for the base S20 is the entire display assembly, which is like the OLED with the glass and like the back of the phone. Which isn't that bad, but the problem with it is that it then becomes just so expensive. In fact, it costs pretty much the same as the quoted price for this repair on Samsung's website. Whether or not you'll end up paying more for it, I don't know, but they're still pretty much in the same ballpark. So this entire process is stupid, right? It seems like if you have broken the display on your phone, you should definitely take it to Samsung and have them repair it. But this is my phone, and I have the right to accidentally break it while trying to repair it. So I'm gonna do it, even if it's terrible value for money. Now, if there are any actual phone technicians watching, I'd probably cover my eyes, because you're gonna be real triggered by the end of this video. Now, here is the kit with the display and the back of the phone, which I bought off of eSource Parts. Anyway, let's see what it comes with. Okay, just wrapped in bubble wrap. Why does this feel like a scam product? Have I been scammed here? Wait, let's see. No, it's in here. I have to admit, this does have a distinct used feeling to it. Wait, let me just quickly check something. Apparently this is a refurbished display, something which I distinctly missed in the item description. But that makes it even more ridiculous that it costs as much as it does in relation to just paying Samsung to repair it for you. But anyway, let's switch this S20 off, clean it up, and then get started with the process. Now, step number 1 seems to be use a heat gun to evenly heat the phone so that it loosens the glue and you can take the back off. So, yeah, let's do that. Now, I'm using low heat here. Yeah, I don't want to heat the phone too much, especially because it's got a battery in it. Yeah, no, I definitely need to heat it more. Yeah, no, we need more heat. Okay, let's try now. I feel like I'm at the point where it's gonna burn my hand to touch the phone. Yeah, I think I need it even warmer. It's so hot though. Feels like it's getting dangerously hot. Let's just give it a little bit more. It's so hot now. How is it still not coming up? Okay, there we go. Ugh, it is not coming up around the sides though. Let me see. Yeah. There we go. This tool works better because you can really get it under there. There we go. Ooh. You can really hear that glue come loose. Ugh. Okay, that is the back off. I don't know if you can hear the dread in my voice. Ooh, there we go. There's all the glue, and there is the back of an S20. That is quite a beautiful inside of a device. Now, apparently, after you've replaced the original screen, so when you like break this seal virginity, it loses quite a lot of its waterproofness. So even if you reassemble it properly, it's still not going to be as waterproof as like an unrepaired phone, which kind of sucks because it means that you can't fully repair the device. The next step is to remove the Phillips head screws around the actual charging coil so that we can remove that off the back of the battery. Okay, there is the last one. So now we should be able to just lift the actual charging coil off. That is very, very fragile feeling. Ooh, yeah, in the guide, it makes it look like it's more solid. Yo, how do you get that off without tearing it? They make it seem so easy in the guide. Yo, so they just like stick it in and pull it up. Oh, that feels like it's gonna break so bad though. Oh, is it loose? Yes, we're good. Okay. There we go. Oh, okay. Yay! So we've loosened our wireless charging coil. Okay, so this step is to disconnect the battery. There we go. Now the next step is to remove the speakers so that we can get access to all of these cables. I don't know how clearly you can see it here, but these screws do have like blue paint on them, so I'm assuming you're avoiding your warranty by doing this. It's just a guess. So now that we've loosened the screws, we just need to kind of stick a thing in there a bit, and then ooh, this is not lifting off. Or am I missing a screw? No, I'm not. There we go. Oh, it's out. Wow, this whole process is so delicate, but it all needs more force than feels reasonable to use in the situation. But there we go. We have removed the speaker assembly. There we go. That's what that bad boy looks like. Now the next step is to remove all of these ribbon cables that run over the battery. So is such a delicate process. There we go. So we've got the display cable out the way. Now, next up, it recommends that we actually reheat the phone because the battery is very heavily glued into place. Okay, he doesn't give me a time frame, so I'm just gonna do a little heating. Now, apparently the battery removey process is very terrifying. So I'm gonna use this non-metal tool. Okay, no, I need to heat it more, apparently. Yo, it does not want to budge. They really glue the crap out of this battery.
20 minutes later.
This is such a terrible process. Because the battery is like a bit malleable. Yo, I am destroying this battery. It's not, the phone's so hot. It's not budging at all. Oh, it's free. Oh, this is, come on, oh, look at all that glue. Wow, there is enough glue in there to hold together the fabric of time. I don't know if that battery is still okay. Look at that. I mean, it's not punctured, like there's not a break in it. But yeah, let's carry on with this hellish process now. Yeah, I was right on the verge of throwing in the towel there. But with that, let's carry on. I think the next step is removing the motherboard. There we go. There is our cover. And the next, we have to remove the remaining connectors. So there's one here. It's gonna bend out of the way like that. Ooh, there we go. We have our main board for the phone. This is the brain of the phone with the cameras on it. I'm guessing the Snapdragon is under here. It's a bit of heatsink that we have. We've got some more heatsink under here. That's it. This tiny little bit is the motherboard of the phone. It's so cute. It's so unbelievably dense as well. There's so much going on here. Ooh. There we go. It's out. Now this little daughter board is for the USB-C connector on the base of the phone. And then the last bit that we're gonna have to remove is the vibration motor over here. And then we're basically just gonna move all of the components into the other chassis. Now, unfortunately, the little vibration motor down here is also glued down, so we may have to heat it up again, but let me just give it a bit of a wiggle. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to heat that bad boy up again. Turn it like that, and then you should just pop it out like that. This is the teeny little vibration motor for the phone. And then the final thing that we need to remove is a sensor just next to the earpiece here. There we go. We've got the sensor out as well. And now I think we're done. Okay, so at this point, we just need to kind of discard of this broken screen one, which I'm going to hold on to because I may have Samsung repair it for me anyway. I'll see what happens. But now we need to move all of those parts into this screen assembly. At this point, the reassembly is just the teardown, but backwards. Basically, you just replace the vibration motor and then reseat the USB-C and mainboard, making sure not to pinch any of those pesky little connectors in place, after which you screw both of them down. Next, you reinsert the SIM tray, and remember those pesky little connectors? Now you plug them back in. Then, you replace the top cover for the mainboard. Next, the huge i.e. the battery goes back into place, after which you can replace all of the ribbon cables, screw down the speaker, and then finally before testing, you can replace the wireless charging coil. Okay, it's all back in place. It is successfully reassembled, obviously aside from the back. And now we get to see if I killed it or not. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think. I think there's maybe a 40% chance that it's still fine. Especially battery-wise. I'm kind of terrified it's just going to blow up in my hands, to be honest. Hey! Oh! It still works! That is amazing! Okay, now we do need to run some tests to see that all of the display's functionality is actually doing okay. *#0*#. After running all of the display diagnostic tests, everything checked out, so it was finally time to reattach the back, completing my own Galaxy S20 repair. Now, I don't have a new adhesive film to use. I'm gonna have to reuse it. It seems to be fine according to the video, but either way, the actual waterproof rating of the phone is now compromised, now that you've kind of repaired the display, unfortunately, like I mentioned earlier. Ooh, it's dirty. We'll clean it. Again, you need to very nicely align everything. And then we need to heat the device up again so that it reseals. So I think what I'm gonna do now that I've heated it quite a lot and I've kind of pushed it into place, I am gonna weigh it down so that it cools and sets in place nicely. They don't include this part of the process in the assembly guide, but it just makes sense to me. Now I want to use something heavy, so I think a 3080 Ti should do the trick. There we go. And now I'm just gonna leave it for a bit, and then we should be good. It is now the day after the repair, and I am proud to announce that the phone didn't explode in my pocket, castrating me, which, considering how I mangled that battery yesterday, I was a bit concerned about. Although, complete outrage! About 6 hours after finishing the repair and powering the phone back up, a little just blob of dead pixels showed up. Which means I spent over 300 Canadian rubles buying a refurbished display, which I stupidly didn't realize was refurbished, but buying a refurbished display to have it just have a bunch of dead pixels in it. Which I guess the moral of this story is, unless you're really, really good at phone repair and you have a base Samsung Galaxy S20, you're probably better off just taking it to Samsung and having them repair it for you. Yeah, so anyway, with that, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one, I guess. And until the next video, bye-bye.